Is there more than one way to God? Hi, my name's Shepard. Here's what to expect. We'll open with a funny discussion, and then we'll go into an interesting challenge. Then, we'll finally answer the question, is there more than one way to God? Lastly, we'll end with a song that'll help you reflect. Stay tuned.
I'm in a group chat with a bunch of middle schoolers. They're actually part of our student leadership team, which will probably open up soon if you are a middle schooler, if that piques your interest. But anyways, Alex, who you've seen on this video and who you will see in the next challenge, actually is a part of this group chat. But anyways, we often talk almost every day. We text in this big group chat, and I ask them, how do you feel during quarantine? And you only have to answer in a meme format. Sometimes we don't have the words to explain how we're feeling, so we just do it in memes. So here are the 5 best, breaking from the 5th best to literally the best meme to describe how we are feeling during quarantine. So here are some of the things that our students posted. Let's go to the first one. There it is. Billie Eilish. I think that's her name, and she's a singer. And that is a picture of how we all feel like, where did this come from? I don't know what this coronavirus did or if I'm gonna get hurt by it. But let's go to number 4. And is this like, what is this, a fox? Is this from like a movie or something? It's a fox? Okay, yeah, I literally don't even know what this is about, but I definitely feel that awkward in general about my life. All right, the top third one is, yeah, that's how I feel. This is a good description of me. This is probably my favorite one, if I'm gonna be honest. This is how I feel. All right, number 2, the second best one. There we go. That's Plankton, right? Plankton from SpongeBob. Yes, Plankton's evil. If you've ever watched SpongeBob, I don't like him. He's little, but he is very, very evil. Anyways, number 1, the best meme. There it is, from The Simpsons. It feels like I'm breaking a window and about to hit the ground, but I've not yet hit the ground yet. You know what I mean? Like I'm just about to get a concussion. That's how the last 4 months have felt. So there you go. Those are some examples of how my middle schoolers, and probably you, feel about this time of quarantine. It's hard. One thing I do challenge you to do is to have a meme conversation with a friend. You can't say any words. You just have to have a whole conversation in memes, in the language of memes. That's my challenge to you. Well, I hope you enjoyed our 5 best memes to represent how we feel during quarantine. Alex and me are about to eat some really, really weird stuff right now. I don't know why we're eating some weird stuff, and Alex has to answer this question. He's my younger brother, by the way. Just kidding, he's not at all, and I probably shouldn't lie on camera. But yes, you guys know Alex, right? He hosted. But anyways, what are we eating today?
Okay, so basically, I was talking to Yasmin, and for some reason, when I was little, I decided to dip my ketchups in grape. I did the same thing with apples too. I was a weird little kid.
Yeah. Weird.
Anyway,
like I just affirm your weirdness. Fair enough.
So and then in part of that conversation was our friend Layla, who told us that she ate chicken nuggets with jam.
Wow.
Which is so much weirder than what I did. I promise you, grapes and ketchup are actually good.
Yes. So this is my job. I get to eat weird things. Okay. Well, let's do it. So here are the grapes. I'm gonna be dramatic. I think we're gonna do this right now. All right, Alex, get the other. We're just gonna. Oh yeah, just.
You just ruined all the ketchup.
That's good. All right, you have to do the other one.
Oh no.
So again, he ate ketchup, grapes with ketchup on them.
Oh my hand.
He ate literally everywhere. Okay. Well, you put the trash in it. All right. I am like not excited for this at all. All right, get your grape with ketchup. This is Alex's idea, by the way. So if I throw up,
this was not my
blaming
idea.
him. All right. Do I have to put all this ketchup? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Ready?
All right, here we go. Cheers.
He's good.
It's actually not that bad.
See what I say.
I would never expect that was actually ketchup with grapes.
Exactly.
Watch me do this like every day.
No,
my wife keeps usually be like, "What the heck is happening?"
Watch me eat it.
What the? This is disgusting. We have to move on. All right, so this is nuggets with strawberry jam, and this wasn't Alex's idea, so I can't blame him.
No,
for
this was
one.
our friend Layla.
This was Layla's idea.
And I hate jam too, so this isn't
Here,
gonna be fun.
What the? This is chicken nuggets for you. Well, I'll put on a little bit for you. I won't touch it, but that's all you. All right, let's try. I mean, I feel like this won't be the worst thing in the world. All right, here we go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh. You're probably making me a mess.
Unbelievable. Our production team is gonna be so mad at us. This is not bad. It's almost like a frosting on a cake.
I can't even taste it. Well, probably because I dropped it.
Wow. Well, there you go. As a kid, I don't think I've ever told anyone this, but my brother and I would, in the middle of the night, when no one was looking, walk downstairs and eat like a whole thing of butter. We're really, really weird. So I guess all of us.
And you tried to make fun of me for eating
Dude,
this.
fair enough,
and that's
yeah.
good. You ate a whole thing of butter.
Yeah, that's true. So if you have something that you ate really weirdly as a kid, comment down below. I'd love to hear about what the heck you ate. Anyways, that's our challenge segment. And now I'm going to go throw up.
I'm going to go wash my hands.
Hello everyone, my name is Yasmin and I am one of the student pastors here and I am super excited to be with you guys here today. And I heard that this week was your first week back to school. You did it, I am so proud of you, but I know a lot of you guys have also been telling me, like Yasmin, it is not the same going back to school and not being physically together. And like right now too, you're watching service online and it is not the same as being physically together. So know that I want to empathize with you and know that this is a really hard season. And also I want to say that I'm also really proud of you for actually even just watching this video, because it takes a certain type of person to actually want to show up online and watch a service. So know that I am super proud of you. And we are starting actually a new series called Essentials. And in this series, we are going to answer a couple of questions. And this week, we are answering the question, is there more than one way to God? Our goal is to be able to help you answer all these questions in 4 weeks. So at the end of this, you can actually watch a playlist of this series and binge watch it. So welcome to week 1. So I am gonna start off with a pretty scandalous, somewhat embarrassing story. So it was like my first day of school, and I am someone who just chooses to dress a little bit more conservative. I'm more of modest is hottest kind of gal. That's just the way that I choose to dress. And I remember my first day of school, I just saw a lot of different way that people dress, but I saw this one particular girl who was wearing shorts, but her butt cheek was just hanging out, and I was like, oh my gosh, as a girl, if those types of things happen, the thing to do is you tell the girl hey, just want to let you know this is happening, or if your skirt's tucked in, all that stuff. So the good citizen that I am, I approached this girl and I was like, hey, your butt is kind of showing. And she turned to me and was just laughed in my face and walked away. And I quickly realized in that moment, she intentionally dressed that way. And I just, I learned that we just all have different beliefs, and even the way that we dress and how we choose to live our faith. In our series, Jesus Explained, we talked about what sets Christianity apart from all other religions. And you can check out that series in the link in the description. What about belief systems that have Jesus as a part of their story? So we are going to actually learn a lot of fun facts about other religions today, so get ready for that. So, for example, Islam and Muslims believe that Jesus is a good prophet and one of the best prophets that there ever was. In Mormonism, believers believe that Jesus is also the Son of God, along with the enemy Satan. If they've got Jesus in a part of their religious story, why not go be a part of those religions? In John 14:6, Jesus says this statement, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through me. Let's unpack that verse for quite a moment. Jesus says, I am, which is the name God gave himself in the Old Testament to the prophet Moses, or also known as Yahweh. Then the word the in the verse before way, truth, and life. Imagine you are dating someone and they just that moment where they tell you, you are the only one for me. Some of you ladies just melted in your seat, I can't wait till a guy does that for me. But just imagine, someone told you, you are the only one for me. And then a week later, they dump you and they tell that to another girl. you would be pretty ticked, and fellas, you would be ticked too. Like, that girl just told me I was the one, and then she's going telling everybody else. But you can kind of see how this correlates to this whole, like, Jesus is saying, I am God and I am the only way to salvation. The only way to salvation is through Jesus. Now, I hear what you're saying. Great, but Jesus is in a lot of other religions, right? So he could still be the way to salvation by following their religion. And yes, Jesus is real and true, and he wouldn't get far by saying it's not. But instead, Satan employs a really sneaky little tactic in that verse, in the John passage. So it says Jesus claims it's Jesus alone. But Satan says it's Jesus plus something else that leads to salvation. It's Jesus plus action. It's Jesus plus works. It's very subtle, but it's there. In Mormonism, it talks about how it's Jesus plus following the works of Joseph Smith in the Book of Mormon. Jesus isn't the only way. Here's the way plus something else. The same is true for many other religions, like Jehovah's Witnesses, Seventh-day Adventists, and many branches of Roman Catholicism. In Essentials, we are going to go through the book of Galatians. See, the Galatians were dealing with kind of a similar issue that we're having today with like Islam and Mormonisms, but back then they were dealing with Judaizers. That is how Paul called them. When Paul taught Jesus the message of salvation, the Judaizers, guys, that is a hard word. Say it with me, Judaizers. Okay, we're all struggling here. It is not just me. Okay, it says it was through Jesus plus following the Jewish practice in circumcision. In Galatians 1:6-10, Paul says, I am astonished that you are so quickly deserting the one who called you to live in the grace of Christ and are turning to a different gospel, which is really no gospel at all. Evidently, some people are throwing you into confusion and are trying to pervert the gospel of Christ. Strong words from Paul here. Notice how it says, saying it's Jesus plus works that saves us isn't just a little addition to the gospel of Jesus being the only one who can save us. It's a complete desertion of the gospel. Like, guys, it's only Jesus alone, through his grace alone, who can save us. In another letter, Paul writes, he says, if salvation is by grace, it is no longer on the basis of works. Otherwise, grace would no longer be grace. Paul is saying that God's gift of salvation is brought to us through grace alone. Jesus paid it all, and it's our gift to accept it. So here is the main point, and you can write it down in your notes. You can even drop it in the comments so people can look at it and be like, oh my gosh, like, where are they getting this from? So here's the main point. There is only one way to salvation, through Jesus alone. All other religions are therefore false. So, how do we do this? We stand firm in Jesus alone. We stand confidently in him, and we don't have to earn his approval or his love. His grace already has that covered. So many of you guys might be asking here today, like, okay, Yasmin, like, how do I accept this grace and love from God? Well, I want you to say this prayer with me. And you can close your eyes and you can actually accept Jesus into your life right now, right here, even on a YouTube screen. So if you haven't accepted Jesus into your life, I want you to repeat this prayer. Lord Heavenly Father, I know there has been many times where I have screwed up, I've fallen short, and I've learned today that you are the only way to my salvation. So God, I want to give you today, tomorrow, and the rest of my life, because a life with you is far better than a life I can create for myself. And in your name we pray, amen. if you made that decision and just prayed that prayer, just know that I am so proud of you. That is a big step in your relationship with Jesus. And if you prayed that prayer, I actually want to personally reach out to you and pray for you. And I want to know how I can support you. So you can text the number 67076 and text the word New Start. And that's one word. Text it, and I want to celebrate you. So thank you guys so much for joining my message. And we're actually going to hear from one of our students, Alex Shepard. So I'll pass it on to him.
Knowing there is a way to God through Jesus makes me want to say yes again and again to Jesus. We're about to sing the song, Yes I Will. This song stands out to me because I remember at our summer camp, Camp United, which I hope most of you have been to because it's a great experience, there was this one night where me and my friends were crying. This night really stuck out to me. We all had our arms around each other, we're crying. That's just prior to coronavirus. We all had our arms around each other, we're crying, and I just remember that this is the song that was playing, and I was like choking up the words. I couldn't get it out because I was crying, and that was just like such a big moment to me. And like with like my connection to God, that was just a big moment to me that stood out. So let's all take a moment to reflect together.
I count on one thing. The same God that never fails will not fail me now. You won't fail me now. In the waiting, the same God who's never late is working all things out. You're working all things out. Oh yes, I will lift you high in the lowest valley. Yes, I will bless your name. Oh yes, I will sing for joy when my heart is heavy all my days. Oh yes, I will. Oh, yes, I will bless your name. I count on one thing. The same God that never fails will not fail me now. You won't fail me now. In the waiting, the same God who's never late is working all things out. He's working all things out. Oh yes, I will lift you high in the lowest valley. Yes, I will bless your name. Oh yes, I will sing for joy when my heart is heavy all my days.
Making friendships are hard, especially during quarantine, so let us help each other. If you text groups to the number 67076, we can help you get connected to other students in your same grade. Thanks for tuning in. See you in one of our groups.